He didn't put all that other stuff on first.
And welcome to What's New.
What's new?
And I'm back. Some
Mary?
of you are happy and some of you are not.
We are.
We're happy.
And Iris is here to tell us who all we have tonight, and we have a full house, so.
Right. So which one of you guys first, and I'll introduce you.
Doesn't matter.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one is gonna go?
Go.
I guess we're going.
Okay, you're going. Okay, we have special guests and new arrivals in St. Genevieve, Thomas and Patricia Hooper, right?
Yep,
And they have ALS pewter.
other way around.
Yes, sir.
ASL.
I have that on my paper. I
We do
just
sign
read it
language,
backwards.
We don't have Lou Gehrig's disease.
I have ASL,
Yeah.
and I just read it backwards.
A little dyslexia there.
Yeah, dyslexia, yeah, right. Okay. So you want to tell us, and they're located on 3rd Street. Is your address the same as it was in Louisiana?
Nope.
Nope.
It's close. We were 123 South 3rd Street in Louisiana. We are now 183 South 3rd
183,
Street.
okay. I couldn't remember what it
So
was.
you're
Yeah,
from
183.
Louisiana, Missouri?
Yes.
Did you know Tim Conley?
Oh, yes.
We've known Tim
Oh,
for many years.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because
And now we
whenever I
know
hear
Tim again,
that,
too.
And now he's here.
yes.
Yeah, he came back here too.
I see him every day at noon.
Okay, so you want to tell us about your business and,
It's beautiful.
It is. You know, we tried making ugly stuff and nobody bought it. Now we just do beautiful stuff.
But we melt down the mistakes, that way nobody can see it.
that's
Yeah.
cool. That's
Yeah, you don't have to own
nice.
up to them.
Well, I bought, the first day that I came in there, I bought those little ornaments, and I gave them to my daughter and my granddaughter, and they just thought they were beautiful. So,
Yeah, we do about 80 different Christmas ornaments, and every year we add 8 or 10 new ones and have some that the molds have gotten a little tired from usage, and we retire some. And we bring those out usually in July and kind of do a little Christmas in July celebration.
And Pat makes the molds, right?
Well, Pat does.
I do most of the casting
Oh, you
in
do the
those
casting.
molds. He makes the molds.
You make the
I make
molds
the
and
molds,
she
she
does
does
the
a lot of the
pouring.
design work and then makes most of the ornaments. You know, if it's smaller than a fist, Pat does 99% of the work on it. If it's bigger than that, I do most of it.
Oh,
So
okay.
kind of a nice division of labor.
Tom does all the metal spinning, and these pieces are spun on the lathe. Now, the top pieces were cast, and I did the casting on those. I don't spin. I put holes in things. I also don't weld. Again, I put holes in things. I make nice puddles when I try to weld. So he does all the spinning and all the welding, and then the rest of it we pretty much.
And you
Now,
just put the
somebody
holes in.
I put
If
holes in.
somebody wants a hole in something, you're good at it.
I'm the girl. Yeah, yep. You need a hole, I'm there. I'm your person. So we do a lot of very traditional pewter. That's really what our passion is, although we do some more contemporary things also. Pewter as an alloy goes back to at least ancient Egypt. The reason we have a Bronze Age, bronze as an alloy is mostly copper with a little tin. Pewter as an alloy is mostly tin with a little copper. We have a Bronze Age instead of a Pewter Age because bronze will hold an edge. It will make weapons.
Oh, okay.
Pewter will not. Pewter has always been table service,
I'll be darned.
and it still is.
That's
So
nice.
we like the traditional stuff. One of the ways we're keeping traditional craft alive is we have about 200 molds that predate 1840 that we use regularly, up to and including a couple of spoon molds that are from about 1650.
Oh, my
Wow.
word. Isn't that wonderful?
That was
And-
before we were born.
I think
All
so.
those.
Older than me.
Little bit.
But the nice thing is we're able to use those, and it makes it a real good thing, especially with school groups that come in, and they can actually see us using tools that are that old,
Yeah.
and get an idea that these were tools that were made to last. Between, you know, the mug molds, the ink wells, the candlesticks,
I think
and the
that's
plates,
amazing.
we can basically make a whole grouping of pieces that are all made with molds that are around the time of the American Revolution.
Isn't that something?
Wow.
I bought a fork and spoon combination that's just gorgeous. that I bought for them and watch them making the pewter. That's worth going down just to see them making the pewter.
And we're making stuff pretty much every day because it doesn't make itself.
Don't?
And I thought the building was old enough to come with its own elves, but it didn't.
No.
So, you know, yeah.
As a guy ghost.
Not that we've known of, but, you know,
A lot of
nobody's
places
told
in
us any
town are
folklore
ghosts.
about it for that particular building. There's a few others in town we've heard some stories about. Our home in Louisiana had a ghost. that
Oh,
was
really?
documented.
A good ghost?
She was fine. She
Yeah.
didn't bug me.
I think those ghost stories are neat.
But it's, you know, it's kind of fun. One of the things we always hear, like with pewter, there's all these wives' tales that pewter had lead in it. And often, an unscrupulous vendor might add lead into the mix because it was economics. Tin was which is the main ingredient in pewter, is about $20 a pound right now, and lead is about $1 a pound. And it always about had that same ratio throughout history. And because of that, there were people who would you know, buy some old pewter and then add a little lead to it so they can have a table service of 8 instead of the 6 plates that they melted down. But that's why that a lot of touch marks and marks are on pewter, because if you're willing to put your name on it, you're willing to stand up that it's a good metal that has no lead or other impurities in it.
And in about 1635, the London Pewterers Guild, which was the largest guild, designated a lead-free alloy as fine pewter. It had always been, but they specifically said, if you're a member of the guild and you're going to put your mark on pieces, this is the alloy that you're using. This is what we consider fine pewter. And it's the same alloy that we're using at ASL Pewter today, which is 92% tin, 2% copper, 6% antimony.
Wow. How long have you been doing this?
Way too long.
We've been working with pewter right around 25 years,
25 years.
basically since we met.
Oh, we don't know our word.
Ah, that's sweet.
It sounds like you have a good business.
Well, we do. We have a number of wholesale accounts all over the United States,
Great.
including Colonial Williamsburg, and a lot of museums that have small gift shops. And we usually do a lower minimum for the gift shops when they order, because, you know, just like the small gift shops here, it's hard to keep inventory in them. And people don't have big budgets these days, so we try to help with that. We have about 250 of those accounts, you know, and we never know when the phone's going to ring and somebody's going to give us an order. We recently had an order for some props for the Sydney Opera House in Sydney, Australia.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
they found us online and saw some things and ordered them, you know, and we never know when the phone rings who's going to be on the other end of it.
In 2008, we were lucky enough to have been selected to make all the pewter for the John Adams miniseries that was on HBO. And both of us are, you might imagine, kind of history nuts, and especially American Revolution. And for both of us, John Adams is our favorite founding father. So it was really especially fun to be part of that miniseries. And we've also done ornaments for the Governor's Mansion here in Missouri twice, and an ornament for the White House Christmas tree in 2002.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Well, you're in the right
We're special.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and that's one of the things
That's-
we in the wonderful little town of Louisiana where we were for almost 15 years is having its own problems like a lot of small towns do. And we've been looking to move, and we've been looking at St. Genevieve really for the last 10 years, waiting for the right opportunity to come along, and the building there on 3rd Street was available at the right time to fit us, and we were able to you know, use the space creatively, because it was a very unusual space, and it took somebody with a little imagination to go in and figure out what to do with all those interesting rooms and things that it had.
Oh,
He's the
God.
one with the imagination.
Now, the part in the back that's.
With the ice house.
Rock, the ice
Uh-huh.
house.
Yeah, and that was they converted that and made that into more of a recreational room with a hot tub and sauna.
Okay.
And we hope to in the future maybe utilize that as a hot tub and sauna.
Oh, okay.
And right now we have a few storage in it. We're kind of trying not to clutter that because we might like to climb in that hot tub one day after the end of
Yeah,
work.
that would be nice.
But we sort of have to have time to have somebody come take a look at it and make sure that it's
works.
Functional.
Yeah.
Before we try and fill it with water and
Oh,
turn it
yes,
on.
And flood the building.
Flood the building, and that wouldn't be fun.
That would be
That
bad.
would not be fun at all.
We did find out, people probably know this, but we didn't, that the part of the building that's our shop that was built in 1904 was built as a livery stable. And built onto the ice house because the horses brought the carts in with the ice blocks in the winter. And then in the summer, they leased the horses and carts out. So I thought that was cool. I didn't know that before.
Then it was a garage where they worked on cars,
Yeah. I know it was a sawmill at one point.
was it? I
And
didn't-
cabinet shop, there, it's, gone through many incarnations, and it's kind of nice because, in our old building in Louisiana, people would come in and they'd bring us postcards or pictures and stories about what they had in that interesting building.
Oh, they had a lot of really old
But
buildings.
it was built as a hotel, and then last incarnation was as kind of a restaurant, and everybody got their pies there. They had, fried chicken and pies
Oh, my.
for Sunday supper. And the stories going around that the ministers in town would cut their sermons short because they'd always run out of pie, and the people always wanted to get in line and go have
Oh.
supper. And they called it the Pie Wars. And the number of people that would come in and tell us about it, and going in there as kids, and the kids going up to the counter and being told to go order the pie first and have them put it on hold for them,
Yeah.
so they wouldn't run out, so that they might not be seated, but their pie was reserved.
That's cute.
That's good, yeah.
And I'm hoping we'll probably hear some interesting stories about this building over the years.
Oh,
Yes.
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 Well, one
so-
of the things we did for our grand opening, which was Friday, and then the rest of the weekend we continued, was we had a door prize drawing. And the door prize is one of these 3 canisters. We have 3, let me back up a minute. In a colonial home, they used cans for everything. They were defined by what was inside them and what room they were in. So something like this in a gentleman's room might be a tobacco. In a lady's room, it might be a powder or a potpourri. On the sideboard, it might hold cinnamon sticks or the remnants of your cone of sugar, or maybe even a little tea if you were a small household. We just call them cans. So these 3 are a little fancier than normal, set with gemstones. We have an emerald and an amethyst and a smoky quartz. And whoever wins will get to choose which gemstone they want on their canister.
Those
So-
are beautiful.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Yeah, they're very pretty.
So we have, let's see. Mickey doesn't get to pull because her name's in here.
And I'm planning on winning.
Oh.
But, I always plan on winning, and I never
I'd be
do.
glad to pick out
And pick out irises.
Oh, yeah, Iris
I'll
can't
be
pick
there
either
too,
because she's in
yeah.
there.
Okay,
That one is an iris.
and hopefully you can read it.
Kathy
Kathy Vaughn.
Vaughn.
Kathy Vaughn. She must be from out of town.
Did she give me a phone number?
Yes, she
Yes.
did.
She did, so we'll have to,
Okay.
what's her phone, well, I won't tell her.
It's, no,
We'll have to call her tomorrow and let her know
It's
that.
a 507
She will be
exchange,
so
it's
delighted,
far away.
yes.
She will,
That'll be,
Yeah.
so,
Yes.
Oh, 507, yeah, that's
yeah.
right out in
Yeah.
the east. 5 what?
507.
That's 57370.
Oh, it's 507.
5-7.
I can't
507,
see.
so
I better
that's-
shut my
yeah.
mouth.
So that's close.
that's a cell phone number.
Yeah.
That's a cell phone.
Yeah, you can get it.
Oh, on
It is a
yeah.
573.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I bet it's
so-
mine.
So that'll be nice, we'll be able to see that person again in our shop.
Yes.
Wonderful.
That's great.
Well, I'm
That'll keep them coming
disappointed.
in.
I
Yeah.
am too.
Well,
Sorry,
you'll have to-
Mickey, I didn't pull your
Oh,
name.
yeah,
You are Iris.
I know, you probably saw it, and mine and Iris both, and just went past it.
I took it out before I came, no, I didn't.
No, I know that. I'm always optimistic, though,
Because
so.
it wouldn't have looked good if we
Yeah.
would have won, since we're
No.
sitting here.
So bad, yes. So, well,
That'll
they're
give you
gorgeous.
something to put down on your wish list.
That's right,
That's
that's
right.
right. I will, I'll just do that. I'll put
Now-
And you might decide you want an even different gemstone, and you never know what we might come up
Yeah.
with.
They're beautiful.
What are your days and your hours?
Well, currently, we're open 9:30 to 5 every day.
Okay. Including Sundays?
Including
yes.
Sundays, yeah. And we will be closing for about a week, I think the 5th or 6th of February for about a week, because we have a trade show in Philadelphia where we actually offer our product to store owners, museums, historical societies will come there to purchase things for their gift stores. And we haven't had the opportunity to get somebody that, to hire somebody to watch the shop and things yet. But hopefully that will be soon, that we won't have to close the doors when we're away.
Yeah. That'd be good.
And then the price range, what price range?
We have little salt spoons that start at $4. Christmas ornaments are in $7 each, or if you buy 6 or more, they're $6 each. But we also have like a large punch set with ladle and cups that runs in the neighborhood of about $1,500. And
it's
lots of
very
things in
wide
between.
range.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, mugs, tankards, goblets, wine corks, spoons and forks. A lot of our spoons that are cast in those antique molds we sell those for $15, so they don't break the bank.
And they're very interesting.
Yes.
Yeah,
They're very
and all of them have a little story and a little history with them, which is kind of nice.
And we are always happy to share the stories and the history.
And oftentimes we can, if we're not real busy, if we're making things, you actually see us cast something, and you can say, well, you want that one, we can actually finish it for you and get that one directly to you.
Oh, my word.
That would be nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have a lot of times, sometimes we're making, if I'm making cups on the lathe, I'll be making some pieces, and somebody will say, well, I want that one because I watched it being made. And we can do that.
That's great.
A little sentimental layer to it. Yeah.
Yes. We like to say that we're making your family heirloom. Pewter was always meant to be used and then passed down. It was meant to last for nearly forever. And so we want to make pieces that you'll be proud of in your home, but then be proud to pass down too, and they should last that long.
And well, in our studio, we also have the work of about 60 other artists. Paintings, floor cloths, woven goods, some rugs, as well as table placemats and runners.
Lots of
Lots
clay.
of different pottery, mostly redware. I think we have 7 different potters. We also have historic glassware that's made by glassblowers from Williamsburg and Pennsylvania and New Jersey. And when we see those artists, it shows that they have something that we think fits with what we're doing. We actually buy things and bring them back to show to people. We also have furniture, Windsor chairs, even small spoon racks and things like that.
Step back cupboards,
Beautiful stuff.
and it's all American made.
Made in the
Yeah,
USA.
everything in the shop is American made.
Which is wonderful.
Yes, yes.
Well, if you see our advertising, you'll notice that our tagline every time we advertise is where American crafts are made by American craftsmen. And that's really important to us as well.
It is.
So no made in China.
Or Japan Company?
Yeah, oh,
No
yeah.
Japan, no Hecho in Mexico.
Yeah.
Nope, none of that.
We need more stuff American made.
Well, and that
Definitely.
movement is starting and is beginning to get some,
I think so.
some legs.
Yeah, people have to have the mindset that they don't mind paying a little.
Yeah, and
More far.
well, and also they find something that they don't have to buy 4 times in their lifetime, they can buy it once.
Right.
Yes, you have to buy something and then you rebuy it over and over and over and over.
Right, and that's, and that, there's people usually have to get to a certain age to be able to realize that. The second time they buy something, they begin to start to shop quality.
Yeah, I agree.
So true.
Like quality. Boy, that's really interesting. I'll have to stop in. I'll have to.
Well, yeah.
Please do.
I always give ornaments out at Christmas time to the family.
I have
Yeah.
many.
Yeah, we have,
And
Beautiful.
they're all
Lots of different
very
ones.
beautiful.
Very beautiful ones.
Always give them something to put on their tree
Yeah.
for each family and each grandchild. And since I'm going to have 2 great grandchildren this year.
oh,
Had 1, now I'm going to have 2 this year, so I'll
Yeah.
have 3.
Yeah, yeah.
all right.
Woo-hoo.
Everybody's in the mood.
Well, lots of luck.
Well, thank you so much. We just
Yeah.
appreciate the opportunity to come in
And
and,
Well, we
anytime you
appreciate
want to
you
come
coming.
back and be on our show, you feel free
We're
to.
always glad to have our repeat guest.
Oh, thank
Yes.
Do you have something interesting you're making or new or you want to share?
well, yeah, and we, every once in a while, we'll come up with something, you know,
Yes,
that's,
come
that's,
in.
that's really different. And
We
and
often have guest artists in the shop.
I would
and
like
so
when
we'll
you're
keep
gonna
you-
do that, you
Oh,
could
yeah.
come
We'll
in
keep
and
you
talk
posted
about
on
them.
that.
Yeah, we
Or if
have-
they're in town on Wednesday evening, even bring them to the show.
Yeah, we have a number of jeweler friends that come in and we let them set up in our shop, and they often have mailing lists and bring their mailing list in, and we kind of let, you know, get new people into the shop and
Oh,
people that
isn't
follow
that
them.
great?
Well, anytime, come on.
And,
We'd love to
Thank
have
you.
you and have them.
Right,
It would be
appreciate it.
great.
Oh, I know another thing is
Yes.
the care of pewter. It would
Warm,
be nice
soapy
to talk
water
about,
and a
yeah.
soft, dry
Yeah,
cloth.
yeah, the nice thing is you
That's
just
it.
wash it and dry it, and they will gain a little bit of patina, where silver tarnishes and turns black when somebody touches
Yeah.
it. The pewter, over time, just the natural acids and things in the air will slightly darken it, but it takes truly a generation for it to do that. And, but just
What if
by,
you, I've got very old pewter.
just wash it and dry it, make sure it's clean.
Okay,
As long as it's clean, you can use it, because there's nothing that, with the oxidation won't hurt you. The tin oxide is
Okay.
actually something that they have found that it's actually healthy for you.
okay, because it's very dark.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that, and as long as as long as it has a name stamped on it, then you know that it was made by somebody who would be willing to put their name on it. You know it won't have any lead
Okay.
on it because of that.
Okay.
And, so anything made in the United States since 1964, it's forbidden to have any lead in it and have it be called pewter,
This
marked
is
pewter.
older than that.
But yeah, and the old stuff, and just make sure it's clean, and.
Okay.
And don't store it in newspaper.
Yeah, don't
No,
store it.
none
in
of it
these-
is in-
but-
Oh,
but-
really?
But yeah,
Free acid and newsprint will etch it.
well, etch it and darken it.
Oh, yeah, none of it is stored
What do you
like
store
that.
it in if you'd have ever wanted to?
Just in the cupboard, and just,
Oh,
you can
okay.
wrap it in, and like tissue paper or something.
Yeah.
I've
If
got
you
a
want
wallet.
it.
Or you
Yeah.
you can stay out, it won't,
Yeah.
you won't hurt it
Mine
at
just
all.
go in the cupboard and go, get dust
Yeah.
on them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
covered. Well,
and basically, anytime you dust it, don't just dust it, just wash it with soap and water. If you do that and wash it and dry it, that act of doing that cleans the surface enough so that any oxidation that's built up will go away.
Oh.
can it be polished?
You shouldn't polish it because a normal person is going to try to use like a silver polish, which works by changing the pH and won't really do anything to the
Yeah.
other than possibly scratch it if you're using a rag that is too coarse.
Yeah,
And machinery that people might use, they're going to use something that's too coarse and will
And
scratch
that-
it
yeah, that would-
and heat it up. Whereas we try to do that, we try to say that we polish it once, that's it. You
Okay.
don't have to.
And the
Okay.
best way to keep it looking its best is use it, handle it, and then wash it.
Yeah.
But it likes hands.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
They, one of the ways they used to polish it historically was you'd rub it with your hands
Mm-hmm.
and a cabbage leaf.
I can do that,
A
yeah.
cabbage leaf.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
an old
gosh,
French
because
way of
the
doing
acid
it.
in
Yeah.
Is that
Well,
what it is?
no, it adds a little bit of liquid and it's got just enough texture
To do
Oh,
it.
make-
I
to
can
help
do-
clean it a little bit.
Okay.
And that
Oh,
moisture.
After St. Patrick's Day.
That moisture
I'll be
lubricates it a
polishing
little
my-
bit, just a raw cabbage leaf.
Yeah.
Me.
So you let us know how your pewter looks after.
Okay. So-
After
After
St.
the cabbage
Pat's,
leaf.
yes.
But, that was, the little notations where the servants would rub it with cabbage
Well,
leaves.
Yes.
So, and we all know that
Yeah.
we now have servants in every household.
Yes, yeah, we do, of course.
All of us women, and, well, some of the guys are too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty much our own servants in our own households.
That's how we are too,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah. But it's something that, we try to make things that are an heirloom quality, that'll last for a long, long time.
And I think everything you have in there is really pretty. really
Those are
nice.
just gorgeous.
And we try to, and there's a lot of things in the shop, and then you come in, you want to come in and take your time and look around, because they're,
It takes a long time. I don't think I even saw everything. And I was in there, I bet, an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
At least, yeah.
and it's one of those shops where you can pick anything up. You don't have to, go in there with your hands behind your back. Everything you can pick up, because, we made it, our hands are on it, we like to have people feel the weight of it and how it fits in the hand. And a lot of the things that we've created, like the goblets, we want them to feel good in the hand. Because there's nothing like being at a party or something like that and have a goblet in your hand and it's either toe heavy or it's uncomfortable. We try to make things that when we design them, we try to be conscious of that, of both the form and the function.
And that's another
So you
thing
can
about
drink
pewter.
wine
Oh,
or
yes.
whiskey or any kind of liquor out of
Pewter
the-
being
Well, I
mostly
haven't
tin.
tried all of them, but I'm willing to.
You take a
Pretty
bottle of
close.
whiskey down there.
Yeah, see,
Try
check it out. I do have some
Yeah.
whiskey in my
There
hand.
you go.
The French
Wine
use,
is,
Yeah.
the French used pewter for their wine tasting cups for the
Oh,
test event
yes.
because pewter being mostly tin and tin being mostly inert, it wouldn't change the taste at all, where silver does, gold does.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
so pewter was much favored for that kind of thing. I did have a customer one time who said, "I really can't stand the feel of metal against my lips." Well, there you have me. I can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
Pewter is metal.
Put a napkin there.
But in terms of changing the taste, it doesn't at all.
Isn't that
It'll
something?
taste exactly like it came out of the bottle.
Well, and
Well,
and
that's
just,
great.
and because it's fairly heavy, you can take a beer mug and keep it in the freezer, and you pull it out, and you take a room temperature beer and pour it in it, and it's usually about the
Cools it
perfect
right
temperature.
away, huh?
Yeah, makes the right drinking temperature.
boy, my head is spinning with ideas.
So, well, that's, well, we're a
I was
Give me a
thinking
bunch
I
of
could get wine glasses. Those would be cool to have on.
Settled my Christmas list.
Oh, we even do a Reading registry, and we've had several people take advantage of that and come in, and the ladies would come through and get their lists, and then people would come in and get things from them.
And the number's up on the screen if anybody has any questions, 7675. Feel free to call in.
You didn't transfer.
We never get anybody. No, it says 767. I didn't make it 675.
Once in a
It's
while,
state-
the phone rings.
Every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah, once in a while.
Pat probably, they talk and explain it really well, or
Well,
Pat
yeah,
would
and
be
Pat's
Oh,
right
yes.
next door.
Yeah.
Great, great.
Pat will have
Just a-
pictures, I'm sure, of what went on in their building.
Well, yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, my
Yeah.
Lord. Have you met your neighbor, Pat Parker?
We have not
We have
yet.
not yet.
Oh, my
But we
Lord.
understand she is quite a lady.
Yeah,
Yes, she
is.
is. She's our favorite.
She usually calls us, Pat. She usually calls us every night, but she said we're so thorough, she doesn't really need to. And our guests are so informative
Yes.
that she doesn't have any questions now.
But she's a great lady.
Yeah, we're looking forward to meeting her. And I know with the weather like it is, off and on, and us being in and out and, being
Oh, yes.
loading stuff at all hours and everything. We're pretty much through with that now, so we're very happy to be all
That's
moved
great.
in, and now we
Well, welcome
can
to
relax a
St.
little bit.
Now you can
Thank
start
you.
putting your things away. huh?
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
well-
working on it.
Well, and everybody here has been so welcoming, and the, all the powers that be at City Hall and at the Tourism and Economic Development have just been very welcoming and very helpful in making this a real good and smooth transition for us.
Hugely supportive.
St. Genevieve is a very friendly town,
Yes.
basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, we're happy
We're-
to have you, too.
Pleased to have you.
Thanks.
And the King's Ball, they're going to talk about that if you want to stick
We're
around.
going to be in Pennsylvania.
Oh, are
Well,
you?
I
we'd
already
be
had
there
to
with
ask.
with costumes on.
Yeah.
With costumes on, huh?
Yeah.
We often wear simplified costumes from colonial-ish costumes when we do our wholesale show because
Oh, okay.
it sets us apart and we want to remind people, yes, we're a colonial craft and
Yes.
yes, we're doing the same thing they were doing
Back then.
back
yeah.
then and pretty much with the same alloy in the same fashion and using some of the same molds. And,
I think that's amazing that you have molds for that.
And you can handle those when you come in. We can point them out to you, you can pick them up.
Isn't
There's a
that
wonderful
amazing?
stuffing spoon. It's a long spoon for stuffing a turkey or a goose that came from, the mold came from France from about 1790.
Oh, my word.
Don't
It's a
you
good knuckle
just take
wrapper,
your
too.
hand and push it in there?
No.
Well, I do, but
Well, I do too.
Yeah.
Well, there has to be a spoon for everything, you know, when you do a table service.
Yeah, you gotta have something for everybody.
Okay.
this one's a really good knuckle wrapper, because like Tom said, it's about this long, so
It's real good for
Oh,
getting the bottom corner of pots and stuff,
Oh,
pots and
Oh,
pans.
okay.
Yeah.
It's really good for that.
Think about when you were raising your boys.
oh, I would have liked to add that.
I use a fly swatter.
This weighs
this is
about a
bad. This is a
pound.
little heavier.
It
Yeah.
weighs about a pound, so.
That one would hurt a little
Yeah,
more.
Yeah.
they
Good
know
old
if they've been-
rubberized.
It'll,
Fly
make them
swatter.
take notice.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That kind of snaps, makes them
Makes them pay
pay
attention.
attention.
Yeah. So, do you have anything else to talk about?
No, I
I think
think
we're
we're good, and we'd
Okay.
love to have, you know, people from the community come in and visit with us, and, you know, and let us know more about the fun things that are going on here, and just and let us know more about our building and some of the neighbors. It's just kind of fun to find all the history.
It is.
And you guys have got so much of it here, and it's such a
Oh,
rich
yes.
history that you guys have done. You've done a great job of preserving it and passing it on, because I think that's one of the things that's lost in some communities.
Well, Robert Mueller can probably tell you a lot about your
Oh,
building.
yeah.
He's been in.
Yeah, I'm sure he has.
Yeah.
He's good.
He's our town historian.
Yes,
he is.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he is.
And he's so interesting to
Yes,
listen to.
Uh-huh.
Yes, he is. So,
Okay,
okay, you guys want to tell about the
all right. then.
King's Ball?
It's the King's Ball time,
It-
again.
It is again, and this is February the 7th, first Saturday in February again. Be at the VFW, same as usual. The doors will open at 7 o'clock. The band will start at 8 o'clock as usual with
And
leading
you
off.
bring your basket full of
Yes.
goodies.
Bring your basket full of goodies.
And we
We'll-
remind you that it is a family affair. Bring the kids too.
Bring the
But-
kids.
And if you have children, grade school kids, you have to have a parent with you,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Junior high, high school, those children can come without an adult. We have a huge quantity of teenagers that attend the ball, which is
Isn't that great?
which
It
is
is really
remarkable.
awesome.
Yes,
That
it's
is
remarkable. And everyone that comes, you know, for their first time and sees that is amazed to see how many teenagers are there that are having a good time with adults, with small children, with old people there, and everybody is having a great time. And so that's something we're very proud of, that we take that generational gap and everybody can just have a wonderful time and come back the next year and have a good time again and not say, well, that was the worst night of my life. You know,
That was
they
a
come
bad-
back, they,
Yeah.
yeah.
We've
Yeah.
had kids that started in grade school and they're finished, they're now in college and they're
Still
still come
coming
back.
back, yes.
So-
Isn't that wonderful?
That's really
Yes.
great.
It is.
We're
Yeah.
So it's
delighted.
truly a family affair.
It's-
It is.
It really
It is
is.
indeed.
So,
And we want it to continue to be that, you know, because if we don't have those young people starting and growing up with it,
It'll die.
it'll die, it'll die.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now, who's the band?
it's
same.
same band, Cousin Curtis and Cash Rebate.
they've been there forever.
Curtis.
That's,
That
Cousin
just-
Curtis.
I know, I know.
We've had them forever, but
But-
they seem to like to come to St. Genevieve, and we'd like to have them too. So,
And they come and of course, they're playing dances that nobody knows how to do.
No.
And so they teach us we walk through the dances, they teach us all how to do those dances, and you know, line us up into lines, put us into circles, put us into squares, whatever it is that is required, walk us through the dance, then they play the song, we do the dance, and then we're ready to go on to the next one. So if you don't,
everybody says, well, I don't know how to dance, you don't need to.
You don't
If you
need
can
to.
walk, you can do, you
Yeah.
can do this.
you know, it helps if you can count to 4, but even that's not necessary because someone will push you. Yeah.
If you know your left from your right, you
Yeah.
got it made.
You know, but there's somebody that will be pushing and move you.
Well, there's
move you-
people that don't know their right from their left.
That's true.
That's right,
Probably
like I
me, huh?
said. Yeah. Yeah.
You've
But-
got a problem.
But we keep shoving, there's
Yeah,
somebody
turn
that.
right.
Yeah, go
Turn
that
right.
way, go
Yeah,
that
yeah,
way.
go that way.
Go that way, yeah.
Yeah, my
And-
mom and dad took me to dancing lessons, and the teacher said, you're wasting your money. She doesn't know her right from her left. So my dad says, make the sign of the cross.
There you go.
That's your right hand.
Any way you can find
I
it,
know,
that
Whatever
works, yeah.
works, yes.
Yeah.
But we have asked people to bring whatever they want to eat. We bring our whole dinner.
Right.
We bring dinner to the ball.
So everybody brings their
Everybody
their
brings
food.
whatever
Their
they
food.
want. They can bring snacks, or you can bring your whole meal if you want. We set up our table, and it's a feast. It really
They even
is.
have candlesticks?
Yes, we
Yes.
have
The whole bit.
candlesticks for
Flowers.
our table.
We put out a minimal covering, a table covering, and some small candles. But people come in with their own tablecloths, their own candlesticks,
Candelabras.
candelabras, very fancy candelabras, their own tablecloths, and make their tables their own. And it makes, this is what the colonials did. You know, they didn't, back in that time, they didn't have places where they rented, you know, tablecloths that matched. People came and they brought their own tablecloths, brought their own food, brought their candlesticks and their candles, and so that's what we do. And if you don't come, you've got something covering your table, and you've got a little light on the
Little light
table.
on the table.
On the table, so that's at least covered. But generally after the first year, you start looking around, you start planning, and people come back, and by the next year, they are
And that's the same with the costumes.
Yeah.
Usually, we encourage people to wear French colonial, but they don't have to. We're not saying you've got to leave.
you
if
can't,
don't.
yeah, you can't come if you don't, you know. So the first year, look around. I always say, look and see what you want to
Sure.
wear, you know, what you want to look like. Do you want to
Usually
be in
they-
Indian attire, or do you want to wear, you know, fancy dress balls, or do you want to wear more ordinary days?
She always dresses in the ball gown, and I always look like the servant of the.
Yeah, but I like, you know, all the
Yeah, the
feathers and
fancy
lace
stuff.
and bows and.
Now, this year, the lady who is,
The Ladame
Ladame.
is Sandra
Sandra
that's
Cabot.
Sandra Cabot.
She
Now,
has-
you
yes.
guys are not going to tell who?
No, we're not going to tell.
Darn.
No,
No.
no, the
Right.
Chevalier.
The
is-
Chevalier is unknown right now at this point, so.
It's known, but it's only known
it's
by us.
yes.
Just by you two?
Mm-hmm.
Do you talk in your sleep?
Well, I don't
Oh,
have
no.
to worry about that. My cat doesn't answer, but.
And luckily Jack never wakes up, so if I talk, he never hears it, so. So we're pretty good, you know, that
Yeah.
I don't think he hears enough to be able to repeat it if I do.
We just, to remind you that the Chevalier and La Dame are chosen for their service to the community. And, well, you know, you were a
I was-
former
yes.
La Dame.
I was a La Dame.
Yes, and so this year it's Sandra and our unknown Chevalier. So,
And we can do that unknown when we know it's somebody that will be at the ball.
Yes.
We only do those unknowns when we're
When you know
When
for
we-
sure.
yes,
sure
sure,
that
sure.
they're going to be there. And though there have been occasions when, you know, sometimes when you think, okay, we know they're going to be there, and all of a sudden,
They-
you go,
they
oh,
just-
gosh,
they're not
you know,
there.
they're not going to be there, and then you have to tell them, and they come. But we know this person is going to be there, so
Okay.
we can feel confident about it, and unless at the last second for some reason.
And for you folks, this is a tradition that's been going on here for over 250 years. So-
280 years. We started counting these up, and I was
Yeah.
just counting there. 280 years we've been having this.
awesome.
Isn't that, it is awesome.
Yeah.
I always thought it was such a wonderful
Yes.
community to have such a wonderful tradition. And,
Yeah.
you know, that-
And-
Someone told me that it's the Queen's Ball on leap years?
Leap year.
Yes.
That's next year.
That's next year.
Next
yes.
year is leap year, and
It's
it's
the
the
Queen's Ball next year.
So this year, at the King's Ball, we will have the cake and we will cut the cake and hide baby Jesus and 2 beans.
2 beans.
1 bean in the cake that the adult gentleman will eat, and 1 in a cake that the people in high school and junior high
school
will
So we have a
eat from.
junior attendant
And
an
an
adult
adult
attendant.
attendant and
The king.
king. Then next year, it will be the ladies that get the cake and have the choice of being queen or the attendant and choosing their king. And that gives the opportunity to the women to have the option of getting to choose. One year, my husband was king and took his time in choosing. So I always want to and hope. I've never yet been the queen of my own right, so I hope maybe some year I'll get to do that and take my time and choose.
And then you're going to make Jack suffer.
Yes.
There's no other word for it.
He did.
Smart
He
boy.
did.
Finally.
He did finally, yes, yes. No, I knew he would, but he did take his good time thinking about it, so.
These are put in the cake, and then they cut the
Right,
cake and whatever.
right.
Right.
Whoever gets that
Yeah.
piece.
God,
And
that's
we
funny.
go to such great lengths so that nobody knows. We cut the cake, Ellie leaves, I hide everything. She comes in, she twirls the cakes around, changes them, all over the place, so I don't know which one. And I wash my hands, and then I put fingerprints over all the tops of the pieces.
So nobody can tell. which
Because
one.
I heard one year, there's no fingerprints there, that means nobody has touched that part of the cake, so there can't be any beans in there. So there's fingerprints over all of the top of the cake.
What a clever idea.
Yeah,
So we don't know who.
We don't know.
have any idea
yeah,
where
she
the
doesn't
bean
know
is.
where I put it, I don't know what one it
You
is.
two are sneaky.
We are. And then during the Queen's year, then Jack and Al Kaiser take care of that, so
So
we have.
they hide the,
They hide it, and we have
We
the
have-
option to eat a piece of cake without knowing where it's at, and have that chance of maybe getting it without it being a possibility of
It's a
sneaking.
great tradition.
Yeah, yeah.
so.
Though, somewhere along the line, somebody's going to have to join us so that we can,
Do
bring.
they still announce when you come in?
We haven't the
We
last couple of
haven't,
years, yeah.
I know
Because Bill
when I
Nager
was-
is always
yeah.
the announcer, and he did it for several years, but he has been coming in right at the last minute, so he hasn't had much
Yeah.
time to.
And the crowd has gotten so big that it was almost too much,
yeah,
impossible to do that, yeah, yeah.
Because I remember when I was La Dame,
Yeah,
they announced it as we came in.
yeah. If Bill is there when the reigning king and queen come in, he will announce them.
Oh, okay.
And he will, if it is the La Dame for the night, like this year, he won't, because he won't know who the
Who
Le
he doesn't know who
Chevalier
the
is.
Chevalier is.
Yeah, yeah. That is really going to be a closely held secret until the last second.
Oh, I believe it.
So,
Bill the
Sandra
suspense.
Cabot doesn't even know.
no, she doesn't.
Well, she might now.
No,
No,
she doesn't.
If she's watching tonight, she does.
She doesn't, no, she knows that she is.
She
she
knows.
does.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
She
is.
told her,
Yeah.
it's been in the paper.
Okay.
that she is.
Yeah,
But.
But not the
not
She
gentleman.
she doesn't know who her
Who her.
cohort is.
yes.
Right.
Say that word again, that I don't understand French.
The Le Chevalier.
Yeah,
Well,
Okay,
whatever.
So,
Well, it just means knight or gentleman. Le Chevalier means knight, or
Le
it usually meant a
Sir.
knight, or
Yeah.
a gentleman.
I'm of French descent, can you believe it? And I can't remember one word in French except oui.
there you
Good
go.
enough.
Well, that's one word. There you go. There you go. So,
Studied that on the computer for I don't know how long, knew it. Sit down there, could say all the words, get up from the computer, and
it's
it left
gone.
me.
and it's gone.
We were hoping that we would have the same kind of weather that we've had all week, and now I understand that next
Yes.
week it's supposed to be cold. So that,
Oh, no snow.
and
But
please,
you know
no snow,
what?
no
It was
ice.
supposed to do that the other day, and it was 50, so
Yeah, it was
Maybe,
nice.
there's
Yeah.
a chance.
So everybody pray for no
Yeah.
rain, no snow, no sleet, no rain, or ice.
No ice, no
Yeah.
ice, yes.
Not like what they got up in New England.
Oh, my
No.
goodness,
Gosh.
that's terrible.
Yeah,
Show
but we've
pictures
had
that-
bad weather and they
We-
still,
yeah, They still come,
Yeah,
it's
still come.
amazing.
The one year we were this close from calling it off, decided that it would be impossible, so we were just going to go ahead and do it and make of it what we would.
We didn't even think, we knew the band.
The band wasn't
even
gonna
gonna
come.
But,
And the band, I called the band back, they said, we're gonna come anyway, you know.
and they did.
And they called somebody to substitute for somebody that couldn't get in. We had a huge crowd.
Yeah.
We had a huge crowd. People were,
It was amazing. I
Yeah.
didn't think we'd have a soul.
Yeah.
And I
'Cause
think
it was
we
bad
had
that year.
over,
Yeah, we
we
were
had
gonna-
over almost 200 people.
we were
Yeah,
gonna
it was-
take box games to, pass out to people so they could sit at their table and play games. Because we really didn't think that we were gonna have
yeah.
The
a
band.
dancing crowd, and we're going to record music and have recorded music to play, and that would just be it, but it was great. It was a
Oh,
great
yes.
evening,
It was
Had a good
amazing.
crowd.
Truly.
yeah.
Well, I think it's because we've had it so many years.
I
that
think people were-
look forward to it, and they come regardless of weather.
Yeah.
Because if they enjoyed it the first time, they keep coming back, and they're going to be there.
How many times a year do you get to dress like this? And
Right,
come
yeah.
out? Yeah,
Yeah, but in St. Genevieve's getting more and more.
that's true.
Are
I-
they gonna still do the Saturdays during the summer?
I
Have
don't know.
people
haven't
dressed-
talked
I don't
to
know, I
Sandra.
haven't.
I thought that was pretty.
Yes.
neat.
That was
very
very
nice.
Yes,
nice.
it said it in the paper.
Oh,
Oh,
did
did
they?
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good, good.
Yeah, it
That
said
would
it
be
in the paper that Sandra was looking for
Saturday and
people to do
Sunday,
it
huh?
on Saturday
Well,
and Sunday.
You'll see us out walking around the street again.
Yeah.
Streetwalkers.
At many times of the year, I think I wear costumes more than I wear regular clothes.
Yeah, me
And-
too.
And the kids, when they come through, the fourth graders come through and they say, do you dress like that every day? And I said, I think
Just about
sometimes I
today."
do, yeah. Which is why on 20 minutes' notice, I could pull this
You
on.
can get,
and-
you can
Yeah.
get dressed up.
Do you
Yes.
still have a lot of dresses or do you rent them out anymore? or
I
you-
do rent them out, which is why I thought, the people that were coming today to rent had come yesterday, and I thought, oh, my calendar is free today, I can just relax, and I have people coming tomorrow to rent, so, yeah, I do. And that money when I rent costumes out, that money goes to the Memorial Scholarship Fund that we have set up in memory of Timmy, our son Timmy.
Oh,
Yeah, and we
okay.
give a scholarship every year in his name, one to Valley and one to St. Jen, to kids that are going on in music, art, or theater, and those that have that interest. So we're able to give a scholarship every year. And so whatever money we
Yes.
raise in the rental of costumes goes into that fund. So I'm happy to rent them out so I can
Build a fund.
build the fund.
Yep.
Right.
Build the fund, yeah. And,
That's great.
yeah.
Yeah, very
Keeps
nice
Timmy's
of you
name
to do
alive
that.
and keeps him, not that we
Yep.
forget
So
him, but,
we invite everybody within earshot to come February the 7th, which is a week from
Saturday. It's coming quick.
It is, the year's passing so fast.
And we
It is.
thank you, ladies, for giving us the opportunity to come and tell
You are
other
welcome
people.
anytime.
We
We're
love
delighted.
having you.
Yeah.
We love
Yes.
being here, so thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, yes.
Is it,
It is.
it's not 8 o'clock, is it 8 o'clock?
It's 10 minutes till, according
10
to your
minutes till?
clock
Okay,
back
so
there.
let's just chit chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, very good.
All right, so I can't make it this year, but how much is it to attend to King's Ball?
It is $10 for adults and $5 for students. So if they're 5 or under, and you may say, well, who would bring a 5 or
That's
under
why I
to
gave
the
them
ball?
to you.
But
So you can
they're
get
all-
them.
They've been there.
They've been there.
They've been
Yes.
And it benefits,
It benefits the St. Genevieve Museum.
okay,
We keep enough money to pay for next year's ball, and then the excess
For
goes
the hall and
How much are
the band. And,
I don't know. What do you
and
wanna
then we
do?
give
You
the
wanna split
access
the
to the
$50?
St. Genevieve
Or-
Museum.
I gave him
So-
50 for
so,
it, but-
So that's,
So-
that we just keep that so that we
Okay.
know that next year is paid for.
Right.
Because there are
Give it
those
to
years
Years
when
where, we
gave
don't
to
know if
these
we'll
there's
have
others.
enough
I
to
did.
pay for the band.
You already
epidemic
did.
sometimes.
I got
and,
yours, and
you
I
know,
gave.
We've had
Lynn, I gave them to
those kinds of
Jan, and I
years
gave them to
also.
Lynn and Jack,
And
to-
generally, how
he
many
said,
people?
Don't worry about Jim, because he'll.
A whole, a
Table
whole,
pile?
Yes,
a whole hall full
Yeah,
of
we've
people.
already bought one for last year.
300
He
to
bought one last year.
400, I guess.
Really?
Yes.
Big
That's
crowd.
Big
amazing.
crowd.
I think he did buy one
Wonderful.
this year, didn't
It's
he?
a packed house.
It is packed.
Don't
Yeah.
worry about
Yeah,
Jim, you already
the
bought
one year, we
I
really
gave
were
Rosie
to the point
and
of,
Sam and that other guy.
where can we go?
So how much we
If
owe?
two more people come in,
we
where
just-
can
we
we
just
thought
go?
we'd
Yes.
hang out there after,
Yeah.
so we were
It's like-
Yeah, yeah.
Which is what we
No
want,
table for you.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
keeps saying there's not enough room to
$15.
dance, because there's so many people, but we're in the
$17
largest
Well,
hall
you-
in the vicinity, and so
I brought you a check.
we're stuck.
That's
We're
okay.
stuck,
That's
yeah.
fine.
We want to
That's
keep
fine.
it in
It's
St.
out of my
James.
Yeah.
money.
So,
The
Okay,
Grand
give me a pen
March,
so I put it on
March
here.
is probably the
No,
most
you-
crowded
15,
yeah,
and,
so-
Because it's the first dance.
It's the very
and-
first
and
dance and everybody is
everybody
out.
wants to
Anyway,
get
he
on the
said I
dance
had
floor,
to
so
go
there's
Yeah.
just
so I
no
had-
place
Yeah.
to move.
We should mention,
We could
if
maybe-
anybody is wanting to reserve tables for 8 or 10, they can call me at 883-5850, or they can call Ellie at 883-2099 if you'd like to reserve a table.
It has to be 8 or more.
To
Yeah.
reserve,
Yeah.
otherwise you
Yeah.
just go in and
Yeah,
sit.
there'll be smaller tables for 4 or 5 or something like that.
Okay,
But
if
if
you
you have a
want-
large group, call us and we'll
Okay.
reserve a
Yeah.
table.
8 or
So,
more.
8 or
8 or
more.
8 or 10
Okay,
or
now what
20.
is your phone number, Ellie?
You want even number.
883-2099.
2099,
Right.
Ellie, okay.
Or 883-5850.
Because I have some people that, when I go into the nutrition center, ask me about this.
Okay.
Yeah, just tell them to call, we'll be
And
glad to reserve
I've
a
been
table.
getting calls for that, so,
I haven't had anybody
Yeah,
yet, but
so-
usually everybody waits till the last minute,
Yeah.
so.
Well,
Decides
yeah.
if they're gonna go or not.
exactly, so.
Because I can put that on the bulletin board out there.
Thank
Okay,
you.
please do.
Thank you.
We'll be happy to have them. And,
And then February the 14th is the Chocolate Walk.
Chocolate
Chocolate
And
walk,
Valentine's
yes.
Day.
Chocolate Walk,
Valentine's
and they are
Day.
preparing for 300, they said.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So,
And we're going to participate this year.
Oh,
Are you?
great.
Good.
We are
Yeah.
participating in the
Yes.
I didn't
chocolate.
go
so
last year,
everybody
but-
buy your tickets and go visit all the shops.
It's $8 if you buy it ahead of time.
I
and
think it's
$10.
$10.
And they have to get the tickets at the
Welcome Center.
Welcome Center, yeah.
Now, aren't they having something with the wine thing too? Is that the?
Is that this weekend, that weekend too, the wine?
Or is that the
don't know.
weekend before?
I forgot to
I
read the
had
paper
it.
to see.
Yeah,
I don't know nothing about wine yet.
yeah.
They didn't tell me about wine.
Oh, we got a lot of wineries.
They have a wine trail that kind of, this is last year, they have a wine trail that kind of, they have, like you buy a ticket and go to the wineries also. They
I
call it
know,
Ruby Trail.
because it was in, I get Missouri, the
Oh, the
magazine.
Missouri Life.
magazine.
Yes.
And they had something in there about wine.
They
Wine
usually
and
have
then the
one.
chocolate walk.
Yeah.
I wish I would have brought it, I didn't even think about it.
Well, everybody check your papers
Check
and
your
find
papers
out
and
when
find
it
out,
is.
yes.
Because Toby's really good about putting that in
Put that
there.
in there, yes.
Yeah, I didn't go to the chocolate walk before. I have to go this year. 'cause
I haven't
love
gone ever
chocolate.
before either, yeah.
I have to go.
That's
Everywhere you
Valentine's
go, you
Day.
get a piece of chocolate.
The Sweets has got the chocolates.
I know.
Lots of 'em, yeah.
Lots
I was in there,
of 'em.
I bought some for Darlene's birthday.
Yeah, lots of them.
Wow.
Oh, they also said you can reserve your chocolate strawberries for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
They're taking reservations now.
At the Sweet Shop?
Oh,
I think
they-
she's throwing hints.
Yeah,
are you listening?
and I think A&K, don't they have chocolate
Yes.
covered
I-
cherry?
Selective hearing.
All men do.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
cats as well.
A&K Hardware also has
I saw that on-
roses and the strawberries. They're taking orders for this year
Oh,
too.
wow.
I saw that on the sign and I thought that was so surprised, the hardware store.
Well, they did that last
They
year.
did that last year
Did
too.
they?
Uh-huh.
I never noticed.
I'm
They are
thinking they did
they're
1, 2,
very active
1, 2,
in
3 years. they did.
donating. They're very good at donating to everything. They help with the plein airs. She
Yes.
takes the stuff out to Ozora, well, now the school's closed, but
Yeah.
she always took the stuff out to Ozora and encouraged the kids to come in. They're very, very active in the community.
Yes, they are.
Even though they live at Ozora.
Yes.
And they're very supportive of everything.
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
And I guess what's next then? After that would be the fourth Friday, on
That would
the
be coming.
last Friday of the month. And that's another good time to go out. If you-
Does that start in February?
That starts in February.
February.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because somebody asked me about that, if we had it this month, and I said no. so
And
it's-
also, there's going to be art at 109 Main on, for the Chocolate Walk also. We're
Oh,
changing
good.
out before then, so there'll be
Good.
new art down there. We'll
Very
be
good.
changing out on the 10th, so the 14th she'll have it in there.
Excellent.
Yeah, and what else?
So
Think of
you
anything
never get bored in St. John.
No, that's for
No,
sure.
That's for sure. The kids got any plays coming up?
Yeah, I was going to
Yes.
ask you.
They got a play coming up in March,
Okay.
and it's gonna be hilarious.
So we need to
uh,
get them back
So
here.
they're gonna come in, yeah. Missy will bring the kids in.
Oh, and that auditorium is
And that
awesome
is-
up there at
yeah.
school.
And that's so neat when she brings those kids. They are so cute,
Yeah.
yeah. You
And
were
the
here one
plays
night
are-
when they
I
were there,
was.
weren't you?
I was
Yeah.
here,
Oh, their plays are good.
yeah.
My daughter-in-law,
Yes.
puts on plays up at the PAC, the St. John PAC.
And it's a beautiful
wonderful.
auditorium, beautiful. It's just
She does a
beautiful
great
theater.
job.
She does. And the kids love her.
Yep.
And they're good. Those kids are good. They really.
They're
I thought
very
this
good.
last one, the Beanstalk,
Oh, yeah.
they had a lot of lines to learn, and they were good. They
And
were
my
good.
son is the art teacher up there, and he can take a piece of ply, a
Cardboard
cardboard
and
make it look like a boat, or anything.
yeah, he's very good at scenery. And, well, the kids
Yes.
paint it. He
Yep.
designs it and they paint
He
it.
designs it
Yeah.
and they paint it, and
Yeah.
So you ever get an opportunity, you have to go up there and see that, because that theater is great up there at school. It is awesome.
you don't
I
have to
heard
get
that.
up and move or nothing.
People walk right in
Walk
front of
right
you, you can sit in your
in
seat
front
and
of
you
you.
walk right in
There's
front of
about that much
It's
room in front of the
wonderful.
seats.
Yeah.
Where they
And
can
don't
just,
move.
you just pull your toes in a little bit and.
And people can walk
they
right
go right
past
through.
you.
And then
Yeah.
you slide them back out.
Great.
Yeah, that's a nice place up there.
you. Oh, it is awesome.
And then, of course, the Bovary Building is Saturday night. They're having dedication. Bishop Rice is going to be down and say mass, and then afterward, there's a dinner at the building.
At the DuBourg Center?
Uh-huh,
Oh, at the new building?
uh-huh.
Oh, okay, I
Okay.
thought you meant,
Yes, you
The
said
Bovary
Bovary,
building.
but it.
Yeah.
you're
Oh,
in
not
DuBourg?
Bovary, see,
Yeah.
That's what,
bing, bing.
that's okay, Iris.
I know it.
I caught you.
I'm getting old, yeah, the DuBourg
The
Center.
DuBourg, okay, I was confused too.
My golly, I'm gonna have to start writing notes, aren't I? Turn around phone numbers,
Yeah.
can't say words,
Oh, Lord.
tell you to go to the wrong place for dinner.
So that's the new event center.
Yes,
Yes, it is.
lots of new
exciting.
things
But
going on.
everything's, yes.
Yeah.
there always is.
And
There's something
the
going.
dinner was donated, which is very nice. So feel free to go.
Hey,
It's free. Don't cost a penny.
Excellent.
And then the Audubon is a new business that
Yes.
has good food. And
Oh, they're
Jamie.
wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Jamie, who used to be down there, she's up on 61.
at the old Flash.
At the Old Flash, Cafe Genevieve.
Yeah.
And they have good food also.
Yes.
In fact, our Mexican restaurant, just,
Did that close?
No,
That's what
they don't
I-
know.
oh,
There
really?
was a sign on the door that said,
Thank you for
sorry,
your
your business, we're closed.
Yeah.
That's what I
But-
just heard.
And somebody said they
That's
got
right.
deported and had their green cards taken away or something.
I
So
don't
I
know.
don't know, maybe try El Toro's and see if they're open.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's
I don't
not
know
good.
either.
Hmm.
That was just on Facebook.
Well, it was in the paper.
Oh, was it in the
Yeah.
paper this week?
There was just a
Okay.
little blur in the paper.
Oh,
I read all them little blurbs.
Oh, that's right, it was at the bottom of a little
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, I
Yeah.
read that.
I didn't get the paper this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, anyway, I think that's about it, what's going on in St. John.
so what do we have coming up next?
We have no one.
Nothing? Oh, my
So we
Lord.
need some guests. You people out there, we've ran through everybody in town, I think.
Oh, my heavens.
Just about. Well, we've been doing this 3 years. It'll be
Yeah.
4 years in June.
That's right.
So
See,
we've
we're
had a
getting
lot.
old.
We had, look at all those guests we had, and this is just part of them. I didn't start doing this until April of.
You didn't write
We
what
started out
year.
as a half hour, and we've gone to an hour, and sometimes we go an hour and a half.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
It's there.
We get to go like
I've
this,
been
you know
for
what?
just an hour.
When we have a lot
Yeah.
of people or a lot of talkers, somebody that really talks a lot.
And we love to have people come.
Yes.
Anytime you have something new, bring it on.
I'm
We'll let you
trying to
know.
think. Oh, I know what we can have. We have a guest for the next one.
Who?
The health fair, women's health fair.
Oh,
at the
that would be
hospital.
good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I will get a hold of them.
Okay. See what else. Help us. You guys that are around town all the time.
And we can have somebody, what is it, the 11th? Is it February the 11th?
The fair, you
I
mean?
can't see that little.
Her-
No,
the next show.
It's the 28th for the, February for the health fair.
Look at my calendar.
The 11th would be before the chocolate walk. We can have somebody from the chocolate
Yeah,
walk.
it's the 11th.
Chocolate
Yeah,
walk,
11.
chocolate walk, there you go.
The 11th and the 25th.
okay.
Okay, we got it, now if we can get the people here, if everybody will come, we got it covered.
We got it made
There
in the
you go.
show.
28th.
Yeah.
28th is,
25th.
I know, but
It's 11th,
28th
25th.
is the health fair.
So, there we are.
Okay, so how much longer do we have, guys?
It's 8.
It's 8 o'clock, it's time to go to bed. When you're early, go to bed early.
And if you
Thank
ladies
you all for
and gentlemen have
having us.
anything
Will you
else
come
to
back?
say,
Yes.
fire
Come back
away.
and tell us how the ball went.
Okay.
We can do
Thank you,
that.
Okay.
ladies. And
You are
all come
welcome.
back
Thank
with
you
your
guys
guests
for
And
or
you
joining.
can
anything
tell us
else.
how your trip went.
We will let you know.
Okay.
Yes, because that's
Thank you so much.
important.
So anything at all that you want to come on for, anybody out there in our big audience,
Okay.
come on and give us a call. Okay.
And don't be afraid, because we're very relaxed.
If we get any more relaxed.
We'll be sleeping.
You
I
get crazy
I just have to
sometimes.
practice on remembering things.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so good night, everyone.
Good night,
Good night.
and thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
being
Thank you
with
very
us.
much.
Thank you. Thank you guys
Thank all
for
of
being
you.
on. Go away, Don.
Okay, Dawn. We have this.
Look at my hand.
Yeah.
You're still on.
Now you're waving, it'll come on there.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a minute.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And nobody
Thanks,
even
guys,
called
very
us
much.
tonight. Yeah, thank you.